Well, it was worth a try. Back. That shit down. Batteries. Forward. That's the thing. Working. Maybe I can try. Because I'm waiting to join my stream. To join my stream. Waiting. One person just to join my stream. So I can talk what I wanted to talk about. Some stream. Oh, someone's online. Hello. One person. Stream. Oh, someone's online. Hello. One person. These as you can in the stream. There you go. I can just do something else entirely. Like, is it using? No, it's not using my phone. Like, I think. Please, one person that if you can hear me talking. Grateful. Because I'm not sure if my headphone is the one it's using or the one on my computer. About the current video game industry and the standards that are by media and video game haters. The 50, I can't remember, 40, 50 difference. It's a 10-year difference. All that matter. The issue has been going on for a long time, and there's two sides, three visuals, like Grand Theft Auto, and how anybody makes you want in turn, you're more likely to go and shoot people or stab people because in a couple of circumstances, the person, and of course, you know, the entire industry is now at fault, even though there's plenty of, and then the counterpoint to the video game people themselves is that there are not just that can go in that I could list: Sims, Minecraft, Forza, racing games, sports games. I'm not going to go into details because of the place. Okay, that's Roblox. I don't know. There's more right now because I really don't care at this current point in time. But every time we hear about this going on, about the video game industry and the people in charge of it and the people that are going against you, oh, well, hey, dickhead, bye. Don't care. During the debate comes up, there's always a school shooting or find in any number of ways. They just pick something that they didn't really need in the first place, and then time out. Yeah, the two sides, for instance, always put the same debates against each other, same points, and it doesn't. The media always finds escape objective to be a killer. But if you've ever shot a gun or driven a car, you would know that those games are not training you. A game can never perfectly simulate what it is to fire a gun. Never. Never in a million years. It's just not going to happen unless you have a real gun in your hands that gets like gas push back every time you pull the trigger. And that's the controller. You're not going to know what it feels like. You're not going to drive a car just by it. Sure you can. A lot of people say, I don't care. You know. But since you are typing in the chat, is it using my headphone mic? Can you hear me clearly? That would be a very good input. Because I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it today. It's the first time, so first stream, first day. In the background, that's my dog, Juno. She's annoying. Oh, jeez. Back on my topic, I blame one thing or another for heinous deeds. A lot of the times, it can either be mental illness or things. Well, if you think that, I'm talking about a issue here. It's not really a live stream about gaming or anything. It's a live stream about gaming. It's a live stream about the gaming debate and issues. Back to what violent video games, or they were just a violent person in general and were like people away because they were a violent person. A lot of this isn't true because any games, it doesn't mean you're going to go out and stab 20 people and made you violent. No. You would go out and stab 20 people in a train because you're a psychopath and you're not normal. But, of course, media and people that hate fun make it that way. So they vilify the people like that as psychopaths, so that can't be trusted because they would simply just rather go play a violent video game than go out and have social interaction, real social interaction to them, because there's more than one type of social interaction. We know online that there's a lot of social interacting happening. We're smart, and we're the generation that actually knows how to use a fucking and that's what happens. The older generation doesn't get it because it's a new form of media and they don't know what to do or how to deal with it because they can't engage in it. That's your generation doesn't want to. 3 times, it's over. The fight fought. But the video, unless you count extremists on one side, video games on the other. There's violence is caught shooting someone in real life because they're not a fucking psychopath. That's how it is. It's black and white. It's black and white. 2 sides. That's it. There's a very tiny bit of gray, but that doesn't count because they don't debate anything on the topic. So, that's that. And it sucks because living right now, generations, which between the new Generation Z and before millennials. Because millennials are like a good middle ground for both sides. They know technology. They aren't extreme about it, but they know it. Then the whole extreme things, the older generation before millennials, I'm not going to bother with what they're called. I'm not going to be bothered to search it up right now. But feel free to correct me. Any because they or a grocery store and buy like 5 gallons, whatever they have, 5 gallons of like beer or alcohol, or go to some gun shop and just get a gun, anything, without a background check or anything like that, because they didn't have computers back then, and they don't understand the point of having computers, the ease it brings on the modern world, because they're living in the past. Like my son, he lives in the past. He's completely ignorant and the prosperous thing. The day that Stoneman Douglas shooting happened, I got my Xbox taken away because he was afraid, because I said I played Overwatch. Overwatch, hardly even violent video game, that I was going to be some kind of psychopath and kill people in the real world. And a divide between the people, like, they think everything right, but they're not, because technology brings the world together right now, because it's the only real constant, unless you're in some countries that are kind of poor. But technology lets us communicate. It lets us live stream. It lets us do videos. Big network and entertainment network that older generation just doesn't understand. They don't understand because they're so memorable, how people spend too much time on computers and things like that, that they neglect to realize that computers and technology is, and it sucks for a lot of people, because they bridge the gap. They can't find a way to make friends or anything like that. And the only real outlet they have, because it's so easy to go out and be social, because back then you were forced, how you can relax a little bit. You can be more lax about how you socialize. Get along, but that doesn't matter, because the one thing is we're people, and we should treat each other as people and not as items to be thrown around in words like isms or hate speech. Everyone deserves to be treated human, even if they're a complete, insufferable little piece of shit cunt. They still deserve to be able to. That's all that has right now. We're all human. That's it. That's the closest thing that I can think of that everybody has. SCP Maple, and I'm turning the stream off. Thank you for watching. If you put on once, or if you're watching, thank you.